Early retirement, folks. Is that in your future? Well, depending on your age, there are specific steps you should be taking in order to stay on track.
Private wealth advisor and president of the Shakiba Group, Trevor Shakiba, is joining us now to explain. Hi, Trevor. This is something that's sort of like the million-dollar question, right? When can I retire?
Yeah, it is the million-dollar question. Plus, everyone wants to retire early, but a lot of folks aren't doing what's necessary. And remember, to retire early, there's going to be sacrifice. So I'm excited about these tips, and it's a little bit different depending on what group you're in.
Retiring early, though, Trevor, as a rule of thumb, requires that we plan early, right? I mean, the earlier the better.
Yes, time is probably the biggest component to building wealth. So that's my first tip if you're in your 20s. Don't overcomplicate it, just get started. So if you have debt, you do need to put a plan together, student loan debt, to attack that debt most effectively, because that's the biggest obstacle to building wealth. And the one key point I want to make here is definitely participate in your company's benefits. You must get that 401k match. I'm always astounded by people that say they can't afford to do that. You actually can't afford not to participate.
Yeah, it's free money. And very quickly, before we get to the next point, let's say someone has a bit of credit card debt, but they want to be saving more for retirement. Should they pay off that debt first, or should they continue socking away money for retirement?
Well, like most of these questions, I always say it depends. If the interest rates are very high and it's prohibitive, then you probably need to attack that first. But usually, I think the answer is some combination of all those things.
Got it. So you're continuing to do both.
And what I love, too, is that you say, don't worry about what the Joneses are doing.
Yeah.
You need to focus on what's best for you.
In fact, don't do what everyone else is doing. I think that's a good mantra probably in life, right? Don't live at or above your means. You need to live below your means, right? You're definitely not going to retire early if you're not living below your means. You don't have to get into that dream home. And then I had one other thing. Solidify your balance sheet first, right? Everyone wants to upgrade the stuff, but a quick tip and secret here is stuff is overrated.
Totally.
It is way overrated. Let's talk about the 30s. In that decade, how should we be focusing our efforts?
Well, you know, there's only two ways that you can save more. You can spend less, focus on your budget, which is what most people do, but don't forget about your earning potential.
Yeah.
You can increase your earning potential. Maybe go back to school and get that degree, that MBA, to earn more. Or maybe passive income in real estate, maybe a business. I like to focus on that for a lot of folks because, yeah, you could focus on your budget, but it's limited there.
And this is great. You know, we're coming into wedding season or even engagement season. And when it comes to big events like a wedding, you say pay attention to the costs, obviously.
Yes. Usually in your 30s is when you have those big events. You don't have to bankrupt your family and yourself in that wedding, right? So I'm not saying don't have a phenomenal wedding, but $100,000, maybe not, right? Certainly run the numbers on your first house, and then childcare and kids. The last study I saw there, $400,000 or $500,000 even without college to raise a child. Just be aware of that.
Exactly. That's only going up.
Let's talk about our 40s. You recommend people get a little more aggressive in their 40s.
Yeah, so in your 40s, you should be at or maybe entering in your peak earning years. Now's the time to start saving aggressively, max funding your retirement accounts. I think one key point here is that a lot of people, when their income goes up, their expenses go right up, but you don't have to do that. Again, you don't have to keep up with the Joneses.
You don't have to go buy that boat.
You don't have to go buy that watch. Nothing. Develop a financial plan before it's too late.
Oops.
Oopsie.
Yeah, the
trinkets here and there.
The financial plan, here's the thing. If you're in your 40s and you haven't done anything, no savings, you must get a financial plan, and you need to hire someone because you need that accountability. You've got to get going. Time is still on your side, but it won't be forever. So get going, find a good certified financial planner, develop a plan.
All right,
great tips.
Advice.
Yeah. For more information or to start investing with Trevor and the Shakiba Group, you can visit the website at shakibagroup.com. Thanks so much for coming in.
Thank you.
And there is much more, Houston.